The festival is nigh!
Ginger versus Dino, and here we go. Shaka, center square. Let me hear
Center
it.
square of this match is gonna be killing Omen Killer. Omen Killer.
Give me Tree Scent Duo center square with Moog Lord of Blood on a corner. Oh, consumables only center square. That's
what a
fast.
Rush. Let's
Oh
go.
God.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between.
Okay, so already I'm telling you this is an early board, right? Very different from last board. This shit is early as hell. As you can see, this is what we have, like with the variable squares and stuff, like these boards can be crazy and very different. Every single early square is on this goddamn board. Agil +0, Boss on Torrent, consumables only, Millicent Invader and Kaled, Box Needle, Magma Worm, Blue Dancer, all early squares, all on this board. This is going to be an explosive start to this game.
As a player myself, right? You're thinking, okay, hey, my strategy here. I let them think I'm racing consumables only, but I gotta set myself up for 2 to 3 other, for like what? Let's go grab Blue Dancer, and let's get greedy and kill Magma Worm, and then let's make our way to a Tone. I don't know. What about you? Like Feed for Deathroot, you know, that's Asim's favorite square. Asim's absolutely blowing his load right now for this square. So I'm just saying, I think we go Magma Worm Boss and Blue Dancer Cave. Let someone else.
I think you open with consumables. I think the biggest thing is get a weapon that you can wield, right? Claymore is a damn good weapon, already wieldable. Perfect, right? Like Lion's Claw, Ash of War. God damn, that's hot, right? This class is great. Starts off with 13 decks as well. Probably still want to pick up the Kukris for consumables only. I also think this is a board that really suits both of these players, right? Ginger, known for being a rushdown monster, will, like a pit bull, if he sees a bingo line, he will bingo your ass and not feel sorry about it. Loves the early rush and loves to just go for it. Very aggressive player. For Dino, right? Dino and I actually started playing bingo together at the exact same time. My first ever competitive bingo match was against Dino, and we played in a great league called Maidenless Bingo. And that square set was very early, right? Like it was very different than like Bingo Brawlers and all our square sets. They were very, very early, and it was all about the rush, right? So I think for Dino, this match is going to like be even a bit of a throwback to like the earliest days when he started playing bingo, where it's like all about these ultra rush squares. I think this is 2 great players to have with a board like this, and I'm really excited.
You want to know why this board worries me? Like, especially like when I look at a board like this, I don't like it. I do not like these.
Quick interjection, chat, get your damn points in.
Well, now that I've been rudely interrupted, when I see a board like this, I get really terrified because look, everyone is good at these squares. Now it's like a matter of like, how sweaty are you? Are you doing your practice? Oh wait, match has started and we're off, ladies and gentlemen. But again, that's just what I think about. Is like everyone's good at these squares, so it really is just who's practiced this square more.
I agree. Like it comes down to like a lot of these early squares now. Like guys are. I always see, like every day I wake up and someone's like, yo, I set a new record on crackpots last time, or I got my fastest consumables only or whatever. It's become a point of pride for a lot of players in the league. So I'm very excited to see this opening.
P.S. Grafted Scion has now been done in 1 minute and 4 seconds. So
let's go
from start to the first boss in the game.
Also, you know what, chat? I know we're 1 minute in, but let's go ahead and let's get the hype music on. This is a rush board.
I love it.
It's gonna be an explosive start. Yeah, I mean, I think the line is consumables only, and then you go get Torrent and either go Boss on Torrent or Geel. That would be my line.
I would start with either Torrent only or a Gil +0, because you're taking one of those threats away by giving them consumables only, and you're getting the head start. Like, That's how I would play it. So if I see you mark consumables only, I'm happy, and I just have to make my decision as to.
Okay, interesting here. Dino grabs first step and Ginger doesn't. So if that's actually huge. That's a big difference. I know it's like you're like, oh, it's 3 seconds. Yeah, those 3 seconds really fucking matter on boards like this.
Because all Ginger has to do. Well, Ginger's also going to stop and pause and hit the grace here.
I don't think he will. He might just go graceless.
I think he is going to go graceless, which is actually very smart.
No, he does. Okay, he does hit the grace here.
See, and that's where Dino catches up because now Dino just heads straight.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off. That's the trade-off.
The question is, do they get kukris? I think they have 13 dex and 11 strength. It might just barely be possible to do it without the kukris, but I would go get kukris. Dino is not.
You can miss a few. You can miss quite a few with 13 dex and still get the consumables also without kukris.
Well, we'll see. He's going to need to be quite accurate, though. Ginger does get the kukri, so Dino will get into the fight first. But Dino...
This is Dino square. Unless Dino has a terrible, like, messes up the recipe here, I think he's fine.
We will see from Dino.
Oh, this is so cool to see.
Yeah, Dino will have this if he's able to get it.
Yeah, if he keeps this script up right here, this is it.
Ginger immediately had Bofa fall out of the loop.
Oh no, this is not good for Ginger.
The question is just as long as Dino doesn't mess up here and he has enough, this will be center square for Dino.
I do respect Ginger for not immediately quitting out, like, because you know you got to think like. Square
nice. Okay, there is consumables only for Dino. Ginger, I think you just need to kill him. Or okay, just die.
Yeah.
Either kill him or die.
Kill him or die. Drake's on the board. There's no Drake, so just quit out. Just quit out.
Yeah, if Dino was hyper aggressive here, you could even go for a Gil without Torrent. But I don't think you're so close to getting Torrent. I don't think that's the right play.
No, you need Torrent. Go ahead and get a Torrent. See if your opponent's marking anything. If your opponent isn't marking anything in the next few seconds, that means you snipe them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Agil without Torrentless Agil would have gone by now. Boss on Torrent will probably be going hypothetically in the next like 30 seconds or so.
Yeah. Like you'll know. So here's the now knowing that they're gonna go for one of those squares, why not go get Blue Dancer first, see what they went for first, and do the opposite.
The thing is, though, if you know you have first mover, like you snipe them, so you should be ahead, so you should have first pick on the next square.
Fair.
I think honestly, I think I love Boss on Torrent here. The reason why I like Boss on Torrent is because on such an early board, you put pressure on a really late column, right?
So here's what.
Like you put like because it's a very early board. We talked about this, but you put pressure on that middle column that has Altus bosses, Radon and Dung Eater, right?
Here's what I'm thinking. If you show me that, like you do Torrent right now, because here's what I'm thinking. If I'm Ginger, why not pivot to Millicent Invader, but also Box Needle? And I'm just saying because like I know you're not gonna get Dung Eater for another 40-50 minutes. I can set up, but if I can go ahead and show my own threat on a completely opposite column, that makes you start saying, all right, I'll just do Spirit 4. Like, because that's easy. I don't know. That's my thoughts if you were to do that. I still like Blue Dancer and Magma Worm as well as Into a Tone, just to go ahead and set up bingo threats on two separate a column in a row.
Yep. We do see the players splitting here. Ginger's going for a Gil. Dino's going for Boss on Torrent. I do like the positioning better for Boss on Torrent, but a Gil is better for later prep, right? Because a Gil sets you up for Millicent Invader and is just overall a better position to be. We're going to go ahead and go full screen with Ginger. Dino should get the Boss on Torrent fairly quickly. Holy shit, Ginger's going for a Gil on Torrent.
Oh my god.
I've seen this been done before. I've seen this done before.
Sure.
Not in a competitive match, but I've seen it done before.
I love the idea here.
It's not going to work because Dino is going to take Boss on Torrent here, but Ginger still will be able to clean up with the Agil kill. Really creative play by Ginger here.
And he sees the mark. Is he gonna hop off? Does he see it yet? I don't think he's gonna see it.
Yeah, he saw it and immediately just hops off.
Yep.
Agil kills the pesky mosquito form. Actually, great Agil RNG though, not getting a single fly.
I gotta tell you though, I've seen Ginger with dragons. Ginger as he's. I don't want to say anything, but just know that Ginger knows his dragons.
Yeah, he's like Donkey. Knows his way around the dragon.
Shout out Shrek.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
A true Drake warrior, yeah. Curse you.
All right, so
boom.
Dino's gonna get Dino's gonna get sniped here, because Dino is going for a Gil.
This is actually really good because Dino has not been progressing at all here now because he's coming back to Gil. He's been around Limgrave. Gil,
yeah,
like,
we'll see the pivot. I think it's gonna be. Is it gonna be a Millicent race?
I think he goes Blue Dancer. Go ahead and set up your own bingo threat.
Okay, yeah, he's doing the Shaka play. Ginger is immediately making a very Ginger type play. Looks like he is probably going to go Blue Dancer and might just try to send this. Call him
And
one.
Dino's
No, never mind.
Millicent.
He goes for Box Needle.
Oh, he is going Box Needle, so he's going for Box Needle, which is fine. I don't really like it. I think I'd rather see a Blue Dance. I mean, Blue Dancer Cave is a long cave, but I think it progresses you towards Saints Bridge. Why would you want Saints Bridge though? You don't need it.
Do you need Saints Bridge? Saints Bridge actually isn't bad though for Magmorm. For Magmorm, it's not bad.
That's
for Caelid
right,
Magmorm.
because it's such up for Magmorm. So do Blue Dancer.
Caelid Magmorm,
then.
Deathroot. No, actually, no. Saints Bridge is good because Caelid Magmorm, Deathroots later, Duelists. Like Saints Bridge. I mean, it's not like incredible, but it is valuable on this board for sure.
I do like the Millicent Invader Europe too. Right now, you have time to kind of see what your opponent's doing, and you get progress into Caelid.
And you get actually a good chunk of runes from Millicent Invader, like because she drops a bunch of rune items when she dies. So you get, I think it's somewhere between like 7,000 or 8,000 runes from that Invader, which for the early game is a lot. Like, you know, like these little bosses here, they drop like what 2,000-3,000. So getting 8k from Millicent's like pretty good. Ginger will go ahead and get a weapon check here from the Beach Merchant. Let's see what it has. Flamberge. Nothing great though.
Well, you know, if you're derf, you buy it.
I mean, look, for late game, for like mid game, if you're upgrading, I think Flamberge is better. But for early game, like Claymore with Lion's Claw is.
Put some frost on it.
Square off weapons are still well. You can't do that unless you get the wet blade.
Oh like, you have to go get Well, hey, go get the wet blade. No, that's what I meant in tunnel for sure. But I think you'd actually have to go get the Lion's Claw Ash of War to do that. Yeah,
I think you would. Yeah.
Because I tried it on the Unsheath on the Uchi, and you cannot put a affinity on a.
Dino's in trouble here.
Go get the grace, dude. He'll get the grace. He needs to go.
No, he's not. He got really greedy and tried to smack her, and then nearly died there. He's out of heals. I think no matter what,
he needs to get her.
Well, so he might get this, but I think he's dead no matter what. Like even if he gets it, he's dead. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and just grab the grace here. We'll go full screen with Ginge as he goes for the Box Needle Demi-Human Duo.
I know my Millicent, okay? I told him to go get the grace already. Oh, is he gonna finish her off with a sword? Oh, he dies. Dino dies.
He tried to, but yeah. I mean, he really wants that grace for Exikes later, right? Yeah. I think I would have just taken the kill there, but
I know. Either way, I think that's like a micro, like.
Actually, pivots off is looking to go Magma Worm here.
No,
interesting,
buddy. I mean, like I said, I think this is an important square, but I think you finish Millicent. You gotta.
Well, I think he's worried that he's gonna lose Millicent in just a second, so he might go like progress towards Magma Worm, and then once he sees the Millicent Invader marked, or Box Needle marked,
because Millicent's can be quicker than Magma Worm, because the Magma Worm can control you a little bit by just like charging at you.
The advantage of Magworm is that it is a katana check too.
True. Smart pivot, actually. I agree.
Okay, there's Box and Needle for Ginge. Let's see what Dino does here. My guess is he grabs a Grace somewhere and pivots.
No, I think he continues.
No, because he knows he's
Magmar.
ahead. Like, if you go now, like, there's a chance that Ginger's now rushing Millicent. So if you go right now, you'll still win Millicent. But if you wait, you could, in theory, lose the square.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking that Dino's like, well, that square's not as important to me as Magmar boss might be.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the Millicent Invader square is pretty important, right? If you lose that square, you have a threat working against you on column 5, and especially against Ginger. Like, I would not take bingo threats lightly.
Now here's the opposition. I'm Dino. I know that Kill Serum is a late game square. Good luck getting to that by the time I finish my own square or my own bingo threat.
Yeah, your own bingo line that has Dung Eater on it.
No, he's setting up a new bingo threat. He's gonna do Magma Worm into a tone for Turtle Turtle.
Yeah, with okay, RL60.
He's setting up the diagonal. Look at
this guy's fucking face, dude. Look at this guy's face.
He's setting up a diagonal top left to bottom right. Okay, Shura just told me. Shura messaged me right now. He's doing top left to bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a sewer moog race in the end.
Mm-hmm. Oh, kill Alexander here for Shard of Alexander. Warrior Jar Shard. Warrior Jar Shard.
What weapon? Claymore? I guess. Yeah, the Astral
Warrior Jar. 10% extra damage on Lion's Claw. Like, say fucking less.
Oh yeah.
You'll probably make up that time in this fight.
That's
100
smart,
IQ
actually.
move using the rock grease here. I actually don't know if you pop this rock grease so early though, because if he gets a lot of charges, he might not be able to proc rot.
Again, 2 massive tips, hints, and awesome coaching advice from Hoosier just now. A, the Warrior Jar Shard. Be aware of your Ash of Wars and be aware of your surroundings. Second, the rot. You need to make sure you have enough time and you don't know if this boss is going to troll you.
Against Falling Star Beast, you put on the rock grease outside of the arena. Against Magmorm, I think you wait because of the charges. But you could argue that it's better not to. Because like if he could just stall and do like 4 charges in a row and then you're pretty fucked.
I hate the 4 charges. I like it when he does 3. I can trust the 3. The 4th one, it always is like, oh, you jerk. Now, when you just get these slam attacks, I love that attack because you get so many punish windows on the head and at the start. And then, yes, please keep spamming those fireballs. Please. I'm going to freaking repost you just like Dino just did. It's a surprising lack of Lion's Claw usage here. Of course he does it, as I say.
Caster's Curse?
Opposite Caster's Curse. What does Lion's Claw do for poise damage, actually?
It depends on the... It's not as good as Square Off. It depends on the weapon class. If it's on a Great Hammer or a Colossal, it is as good as Square Off, but on a Great Sword, it is not.
Gotcha.
All right, nicely done there, man. And Dino's gonna go ahead and just get Millicent for free here.
Yeah, I think that Ginger's thinking column 1 threat.
Yeah, I mean the nice thing for I think if I'm Dino now, it's like okay, I'm up 4-2. Ginger is known for bingoing people. Like he has a reputation of bingoing people. If there is a bingo available, Ginger can beat you and very likely will. Like I would just be in full shut down the board mode after I get this Millicent.
Now the thing about Millie is if you already run down this path if you run down this path that Dino's doing, you actually stay on the rocks. Like you can catch her in the babooshes before she even gets to this one.
I don't. He's trying to do some tech to know. Dino, why are you just baboosh her like a normal human, Dino?
He's gonna die again.
God,
he's gonna die. He's gonna die. He actually might kill her. Nope, she's gonna heal. And dude,
just one last be normal, Dino. Be normal. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Dude, like you're.
Dino, just stop. Stop it. Just Boucher. Fuck.
You're playing like a Crucible player, Dino.
GG's to Dino. Oh no, he died. Well, he still got it done.
He did.
Mm.
I pulled some of my hair out, but it's dead.
I don't have any hair left to pull. I can't lose this hair. Why do you think I wear the bandana?
I told you I'd grow you my own toupee for you if you needed it.
Oh, thank you.
For your beard, I mean.
I do need a beard toupee.
Wait. I just noticed some chat. We just noticed something.
I shaved the stash, yeah.
Where's the stash?
I shaved it. So I was at the gym today and I saw someone I knew from back home and I hadn't seen them in years and I had the mustache and I was like, I feel like a fucking idiot right now.
No,
I
dude,
I hadn't showered or anything and I had this like shitty patchy mustache and I hadn't showered and I was just like, I haven't seen this person in 5 years and I look like a greasy hobo. Yeah,
it looked great. Here's the stash looked great.
I was like, they were like, oh, what is who's been up to in the last 5 years? Clearly drugs, among other things.
Yeah, no, the stash looked great.
Highland Axe at Axe check.
Chaka, how could you stop the row 5 pivot? I mean, it's a bunch of kill squares, so get your weapon online quickly, right? And I think what you do is you choose the latest square on the row and you aim for that. Although DTS, like, let's go Ginger. Ginger's going to do column 1 threat here, right? He's setting up a bunch of Liurnia. You want to get a tone for Turtle Pope because that's easy square and it shuts down that row 1. But the thing is you need to aim for DTS. I lose 2 duelists, that's fine. I want to get DTS though.
I also, what a crazy difference. Like, I spoke earlier a little bit about the variable boards, like in the variable squares this season, how much they can change the boards and how you need to be prepared for so many different types of games. Last game we had 3 or 4 squares at 40 minutes, and that's not because the players were playing especially slow, just because of the way the board worked out, right? Like, This game we have 6 squares less than 20 minutes in, right? Like, double the amount of squares in half the time at the start. Like, you have to be prepared for a lot of different boards in different game states this season if you want to win this thing. Like, you cannot, you'll win games, but you're not going to win the league being a one-trick pony. Not at all. It's way too competitive and way too variable.
You almost need to be a bingo veteran to even be decent at this board set.
Yeah, I think this square set really does favor experience.
It's a tough square set because you have such a like you said, the variables of both early rush squares and late game squares that you got to prep for. We have a randomizer mod that is so well tuned to this league. I often want to go experiment by like playing in a different league going and playing against someone else that's in a different league using their rule sets and their whatever, just to see how much the Crucible, being around this group, being around this league, being in the competitive group that we are, like, how good am I actually?
I mean, I also think it's like it's beneficial, right? Like, for your, obviously, look, Elden Squares, best bingo league on the planet, right? Don't get it twisted.
Amen,
but like,
amen.
Go
down,
like not down. There's like I think you should play in other play with other square sets. Play like Rambler's been playing even DLC bingo. Like, he thinks it's been helpful for his development in terms of like how he reads the boards, right? Like, going and playing with different rules and different square sets like makes you a better player, right? And I like so I recommend you go play in different leagues and stuff. Obviously, I hope you all continue to play and love and support Elden Squares, but like, hell yeah, go play another league. If you want to keep playing bingo, go play bingo.
The love of the game is what matters.
Yeah. Also, if anyone I mean, fuck, I want to play, I want to compete. Like, if anyone else wants to,
Yeah.
I mean, if someone wants to start, obviously, I'd hope it's not just like a direct copy, but like if someone wants to start a different type of bingo league or whatever, or a different format, you can pitch it to me. I'd love to potentially, work on helping you get a league started, or help you run it or whatever. I love
just
bingo.
Wants to play. Let Hoosier play.
Well, I want to grow bingo, right? Like I was talking with just in general, right? I started doing this thing, right? Because talking earlier, like I was watching Bingo Brawlers, and I was like, especially when I started streaming, I was like, all I want to do is play bingo. And it was just really hard for me to find a place to play bingo. So like I made that, right? But I think this is a great game. It's changed my life for the better. And if like more people want to get into bingo and like create other leagues and stuff, like all the better, right?
Yeah.
Especially because like I don't know, man.
You think bingo is fun?
Yeah. Well,
You think this is a game?
maybe if you weren't, maybe
This is a game?
hey Shaka, maybe if you were in the top, maybe if you were Crucible number 1 through 5, you'd think it's fun. But yeah, man, I want to obviously I think growing the game and growing the game is great, right? Like the more leagues and things, the better.
Listen, I used to play Rainbow Six competitively, just all day, every day. Like I love that game. That's what I did from 2015 to 20. Like I never played a Souls game or anything. I'll tell you what, this sort of competition is way more thrilling.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know if it is for other people, but like this is like I there's no reason why this can't be a part of esports, like championships and events.
I mean, I think what it is for me is it's like bingo just feels to me like it's the perfect mix of a battle in the gray and a battle of skill, right? Where it's like the execution and strategy are both so important, right? In it really feels to me a lot like football or something, where it's like, you game plan, you execute your you have a different opponent in different situation every week. You game plan, you execute your game plan, and then you win, right? Like it really reminds me a lot of like those types of things, because it's not about just it's not a speed run where it's like exactly what you have to do and and it's just about doing it, right? Like you need to be ready for everything.
You really do. Additionally, I find myself like you started talking about like game plans, right? You're looking at squares. You almost have to know which squares you're going to pivot to in the event that you get sniped. Outside of just like, what square am I going to move to next after I get this square? And so it's such a interesting mix of intelligence and capability.
Yeah, I mean, also fun to watch. Yeah, I mean, Domo, bingo. Like when I say bingo brawlers, right? I mean Captain Domo and Lil Aggie and Starro Chris and all them. Like they're the reason why we're here, right? Because we were fans and we wanted to play the game. That's the entire reason that we're here, right? Like, yeah, they're incredible. I don't know. I don't know what else could be said. I am kind of operating under the assumption as well that like if you're watching like little small grassroots bingo, you probably know like who the bingo brawlers are and like Lil Aggie and Captain Domo, just to like make it very clear. Like if my I guess maybe I don't feel the need.
This isn't the first league.
Yeah, what? Right. Like what? I guess maybe I don't feel. I guess maybe I don't feel the need to be like super like all up like yes them because they're known, right? That's yeah.
Did the CFL, the Canadian Football League, give credit to the NFL?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, and again, not to start any discourse or anything. Because again,
I love brawlers. I'm a huge fan. They're great.
That's why we're here. Like,
oh no. I just like, yeah.
we're not.
No,
we're being
I don't.
shitters. Sorry,
No.
We're being shitters. Sorry, we're being shitters. Absolutely.
No, I just mean like no fun to watch. I just mean like I'm sorry if there was like any confusion. Like no, they're fucking amazing. I just like. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like. Yeah,
we're both competitive in nature. Like so.
No, it's not even that. It's just like you said. It's like, if you're the. I don't know. If you're the Canadian Football League, it's like okay, like you assume people know what the NFL is, but yeah, I mean obviously the NFL is a huge part of the Canadian Football League or whatever.
So I decided to have pasta with mozzarella for lunch today. But anyways, in the game right now, both players have been doing a lot of setup. And
this is the setup portion of the game. For sure.
What I'm thinking
and Dino just got Dragon Hunters from Yura. That's huge. Dragon Hunters is like an S tier weapon, one of the best weapons in Bingo. Does bonus damage to dragons as well as just being an overall great weapon from the DLC. Also, it's very important on this board because Exex, right? Like Exex is going to get annihilated.
Exex will get annihilated, but here's what I think is important. DTS and Silver Moog, those are going to be important squares in this match.
I think it depends. I feel like for Dino, right, it's like shut down the board. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
It depends on the dragons. I believe if it's the same buff as Dragon Wound Grease, Malta, that would be 30% to Drakes and 15% to Ancient Dragons. Also, remember Placidusax is not a dragon. Don't ask me why. I'm not sure. Nothing like in terms of like there are enemy types in the game that certain weapons do extra damage to. So the three classes are dragon, undead, and gravity. For some reason, Placidusax, like not everything has a type, right? Like there's plenty of enemies that are not a dragon, a gravity, or an undead enemy, right? For some reason, Placidusax doesn't count as a dragon in terms of like bonus damage. He just doesn't. Don't ask me. Like Dragon Wound Grease doesn't work on him. Weapons that normally do extra damage to dragons don't do extra damage to Placi. I don't know why. He's not a dragon.
Well, then Placid sucks.
Well, yeah. True.
Nah, it's daddy Placid G6.
Yeah, so Ginger here is going the smithing route. Meanwhile, Dino is going the somber route. I would have said the smithing route would have paid off because it looked like it was a pretty dry seed. But Dino getting that Dragon Hunter's Katana there at the Euro check, which is actually a really common check. Sometimes people ask like, yo, like, why are they killing this random NPC? That Seaside's Ruins Grace is a great grace. I think it's pretty underrated. For Bingo, it gets you closer to Weeping. It gets you closer to Height. And you get a Katana check. Like, which Katanas are the best checks? I think the hierarchy of checks is Katanas 1, and then probably tied for second would be Halberds and Greatswords.
Agreed. I was going to mention, the Ash of War on Dragon Hunter's Katana. It does give you some range attack too as well, so you get a little variability in your fights.
Yeah, having that little bit of range is really nice. Like, I don't know if it's like a great primary damage source, but like if you need one shot to kill or you need to keep up poise damage or something, it can be very valuable.
Yep. We'll go ahead and grab the sword still while we're here.
Plus, you can also hit with the weapon as well as the projectile. And if you do that, it nukes, right? Like the damage on it is crazy if you get the double hit. And Dino should have gotten Warrior Jar Shard earlier. It would have helped him out. Warrior Jar Shard would have smacked with this thing.
That's absolutely true, actually. That's actually very true.
I know. All right, let's see. Ginger here just went ahead and grabbed some more stone sword keys. Let's see where he's going.
Stone sword key duelist. He's doing duelist.
Yeah, I set it up for duelist for later.
Yep. I think he's prepping his whole line. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, against Ginger, I'd be very scared. Like, if I was Dino, I would have gotten Blue Dancer Charm almost immediately.
That's
just because I'm so scared. With Ginger in particular, right? Like, sometimes you need to play the man a little bit. Do I think going Blue Dancer Charm immediately after Millicent was the optimal play? No. Do I think it's the best play against Ginger? Yes. 100% yes. Because he will live and die by the bingo. And also, like, there is, like, the Book of War, right? If you are able to block all of your opponent's bingos, like, you crush their mental a little bit. As long as your opponent has a bingo, they have hope, they have life, right? Like, when you take that away from them, like, it is very, like, it fucks with you, like, mentally.
Dino going Ezix right now.
Yep, Dino is going Ezix. Dragon Moon Slash is great here for the opener.
Absolutely. Now get the headshot with the Ash of War, and as Shadow Madre, Mother Shadow just pointed out, you get double poise damage. Oh, I love it. This is going to be a fun fight for Ezix. The problem with this play by Dino is it allows Ginger to do even more of what we're afraid of from him, setting up his bingo line. Why is he coming here? I'm not too sure, Ginger. You need to go get a tone for your Turtle Pope and Blue Dancer, unless he's going to go ahead and kill. I think he's going to.
Oh my God, Dino's dead.
Dino died.
That was insane. Got hit, immediately rotted, and then boom, dead.
As Lex the one time.
I think Ginger's trying to just set up Altus first. I think I think he realizes that if he makes his move too soon on this line, that he's in trouble. Like, he will not get it. So my guess is that Ginger's plan is to literally just prep as much as humanly possible and then hope Dino doesn't block so you can get away with some sneaky shit. Because the second Dino's alerted to the threat, he will shut it down.
Yeah. So basic question. You go ahead and get into Altus, get Spirit Ash plus 4. No. Never mind.
I mean, Spirit Ash plus 4 works in Altus. If you get the Bell Bearing, you can do it at, like, you just need to kill the Watchdog.
Right.
You could do that
and
in Altus.
That
you
Watchdog
could
has a tree. That has a tree in its name too.
Yep.
And it's an Altus boss too.
Yep.
That actually might not be a bad play for him. Since I think what Ginger wants to do is get Radon.
Yeah.
Because he's going.
Yeah, I mean, Ginger's pigeonholing onto this line, like, you can just tell he is. He wants to get, like, I think what he's doing now is he's getting Dectus because he doesn't want to, like, he doesn't want to get the first 4 squares and then have no Altus access and just be screwed on DTS, right? Like, you can't do that.
In this league, if you're not in Altus by minute like 25 to 35,
I mean, it depends on the board. It depends on the board. Like, if it's an Altus rush board, like, yes. But if it's a board like this, I think you can hold on Altus a bit. It's just gonna be hard for Ginger because realistically he needs to start going and getting squares on that line now, in the sense that Dino's probably gonna look to block it. However, I feel like he needs a few more minutes of prep in order to make that line really threatening, right? Because the second you get the second square off on that line, you need to be able to rattle off the other 3 fairly quickly.
Yeah, which is why I'm thinking Blue Dancer, then a tone after you've set that up.
Yeah.
and then you finish duelist into DTS.
Yeah, I think you need to set up a tone in some way. Like
You
I
really do.
yeah.
It's an easy square. It's way too easy.
Like I almost feel like if you're Ginger, right, like this is not a good start at all. Like maybe
No.
just like maybe it is like make a
Dino's
like,
prepping Radon right now.
yeah, it depends on like your school of thought, right? Like some people are like, hey, like if I'm down early, right, I'm just gonna play my game and like try to work my way back into it. But the downside of that is like, well, you can try to play your way back into a game, but like if your opponent doesn't make any mistakes, right, like all of a sudden like you're down 12-9 and that's just GG, like you don't win those, right? On the other hand, you could like make a Hail Mary play early, right? But the problem with that is it's really risky, right? Because Ginger could make his Hail Mary play of like killing one duelist, getting the Celestial Dew, basically setting up everything to rattle off this line as fast as humanly possible, right? But if he loses one square, his whole game is pretty porked.
Yep. That's the fear and thrill of playing the bingo game. It's like you lose that one square that you, well, then all your prep work has gone for naught. Well, Dino is definitely eyeballing Radon without NPCs right now.
Yeah. Also got to say, very, very strong start to Ginger for Dino early. Like, he is really out to win this thing this year.
His pacing is really good right now too.
Yeah, I can tell you, like I spoke with Dino like last season. So he was previously the #1 ranked Smash 64 player in Australia, right? Like he's an incredible gamer. And like last season, he had a Smash major, like in the mid, like right at the end of the season, right? And he was way more focused on that. But like I've even talked to Dino. He's like, yeah, this season I have a Smash major at the end of the season too. But like he's like, yeah, I want to win bingo. Like he's like, nah, like I want to win this thing. Like he was not happy with the way last season ended. I think he really believes that he can win this league this year. And I mean, I think he has a hell of a chance to.
I'm just going to say it. Dino is not a dinosaur. He's new and improved and he's out for blood.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like we've never seen the best version of Dino, right? In the sense of like Helios, Rambler, like these guys were like, they were grinding last season. Dino was practicing and playing, but not in the same way, right? Like I don't think it was the best version of Dino that we saw last season. I think he knows that too. And I think that he believes, and I think he very well could, that if he is like properly prepared and like an oiled up machine ready to go, that he can win. He's going to be really, really damn dangerous. But I gotta say, this league excites me so much. Like we have 18 guys. Like there's so many players who I think like have very legitimate chances to win, right?
Yep. I mean, here's the deal. You have big names now, and from the new kid block, you have Nexus, you have Nardi, you have ASIM. These kids can play, and they're gonna give Dino a run for his money.
Ellie,
Ellie is
I mean, Shura and Sirius are both two of the best like mechanical Elden Ring players like I've ever seen, right? Like they're just wonderful mechanically, like especially if they really figure out this bingo thing. Like you have the OGs, like it's a bloodbath. It is a bloodbath, this league, man. I'm so excited for it. All right, Ginger going for the blue dancer here.
And the cool thing about this league where it's at now is how much practice and like competitive, like cooperatively being competitive against each other. Like, hey, let's see who can get the fastest time on this square. And so they're both like the best form of competition is cooperation. We both agree by a certain rule set. We agree this is what we're trying to do. Like that's what makes this so competitive. Is we have guidelines, and it just creates a better form of competition.
Yeah, I mean, the vibe that I get from the players is like, obviously they want to win, but it's not just like I want to win. It's like I want to beat everyone else when they are also at their best. Right? Like there's a big difference there, you know?
Yeah.
Ellie like, said it too. Like we were talking, she's like, I never want to hear like my competitor, the guy, the person I just played, say like, oh, I played like shit. It's like, no, I want you to play your best when I beat you.
Yeah.
I want to know that I beat.
Yeah.
I love that.
And I think it just speaks to like the competition and camaraderie like of this league, right? Where it's like, hey, like I feel like it takes like a good type of like it's showing of how close the community is, because like it's one of those things like when you're friends with someone, it's like, oh, like when you're just like kind of friends with someone, it's like, oh, like I want you to be great, like, you know, I want you to win, like you got this, man, job, whatever. But good like job. You know, it's like when you're great friends with someone, it's like, yeah, like I'll help you train and I'll help you get good and whatever, but when the day comes, I will kick your fucking ass, right? Like that's kind of the vibe that I get this season, and I love it, right?
It's the whole, and it's a very much so like, hey, look, you want to get from point A to point B, and it's up a flight of stairs. I'll walk you up each and every one of these stairs with you, but I ain't gonna carry your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a good group of people we have. And that goes to say for the Crucible too, like
I mean everybody, right? Like, I mean even how
practicing against is so just again, it's a great environment.
Yeah, this is the first of 2 duelists for Ginger. He has the other one pretty set up. Like this is what I was worried about with the line, right? Obviously he does have Altus access, but he has everything so well prepped except DTS, and Dino can just go and take DTS, and at that point actually Ginger's in a lot of trouble. That row 5 is really dangerous there. Draconic is already a tree boss, makes progress towards capital. Dino just needs to go take out a few more tree bosses, get into capital, and there's nothing Ginger can do at that point.
Dude, I'm actually terrified. If Dino pushes, like, don't mark this square, he does not. If he marks duelist right now, Dino will go kill DTS. I think Dino goes and kills DTS regardless.
I
think he's gonna do it. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and do it. It's just, oh, dude, this is the worst. Dude, Ginger doesn't see it coming. He hasn't been to Altus.
I mean, he tried to get it prepped. Right? Because he got Dectus and stuff. But it's not gonna work. Also, Stocko said this is not Jover at all, right? Like this really sucks for Ginger, but there's still a lot of bingo left in this game, right? Like it is a 2-point game. It is a 2-point game. Obviously Dino has board control and Ginger's gonna get his line blocked, but I mean, look, one or 2 snipes and anything can happen, right?
Yeah. Is there enough late game squares for Ginger to recover from this block that might happen?
I mean, I think potentially yes, and the reason why I say that is because I feel like a lot of the late squares are fairly isolated. Like Larval Tears is fairly isolated, Spirit Ash Summon +4 is fairly isolated. The problem comes in like with giving up the synergies, right?
Yeah.
Right, like you have Erdtree, where is that? Avatars with tree bosses, right? Like you can't, like these synergies can be dangerous. Avatars, tree bosses in, you know, that bottom row. There's a lot of things that can be dangerous. Yeah, Ginger historically loves bingos. I want to say Ginger went undefeated in the Crucible last season. I think he was what? His total record, including playoffs, was 9-0, I want to say. And I think he won 8 games by bingo, and he would have won the 9th one by bingo as well, if not for a mismark. Like he is notorious for bingos.
Ginger, I hardly know her.
All right, here's DTS here from Dino. This would be a pretty big block for him here.
Yeah, this is heartbreaking to watch in real time. I gotta tell you, as a guy, as myself who loves bingos. If I'm Ginger, I see DTS marked. You gotta atone. You gotta take away some of those threats. You gotta atone for Turtle Pope immediately. Sci-fi is right. I think that's what Dino is doing. And Ginger's not set up for Radon. You got to assume that they have Radon. And if that's the case, then you aim for Altus after you get a Turtle Pope and you try to beat him to Dung Eater or 5 bosses. Oh, Dino dies to the DTS here. So this is buying Ginger a little bit of time, but yeah, that was greedy. A shocking development in the Dino DTS fight. There's something about the DTS, right? He has this he just stands there menacingly.
Yep. Also, for anyone wondering, like, yo, why doesn't he just throw him off the cliff? Cheeses are not legal in this league. You're not allowed to like throw a boss off a cliff. So you can't do the parry strat on DTS here. That is not legal. You gotta fight him.
You gotta get good.
Rambler won the first match. It was 13-9.
Yes.
I want to say 13-9. $13-8.
All right, we're in the second phase with DTS.
Also, Ginger did just go ahead and kill the duelist, so he did claim the duelist square. And man, look, Ginger's gonna get a tone, right? Obviously, not getting the line sucks, but by the time Dino gets DTS, Ginger will pretty much get a tone.
It's 6-5.
It's gonna be a 6-5 game. Like, considering how this was looking, 15 minutes ago, like, I'd say I would take.
I'll take
like, if I'm Ginger, I would take that all day.
Yeah, I'll take the 6-5 if I lose. The bingo line.
I mean, like, obviously it sucks to not hit the bingo line, but like, considering Ginger's probability of winning, I think is a lot higher now than it was 15 minutes ago. Also, I have never seen DTS really make his way that far. Big Bleed, though, does finish it.
Yeah,
that will be the square for Dino.
Here's the reaction from Ginger. Oh man.
Okay, that was extremely unexpected.
No.
Wow.
But he's not happy.
Yeah, he said it was very unexpected.
With everything else he's been doing in Kayla, I didn't think he'd make that much progress.
Yep. That's what Ginger's saying now. He didn't think he'd make that much progress.
Yep. Gotta say, though, Ginger's beard is looking thick.
You know, and that's a fair assumption by Ginger, because like if you look at the square choices from Dino, he absolutely did not show you that he had been to Altus yet.
Yeah, I mean, he went straight to DTS. Like, I think it's just because he knows who he's playing, right? Like, the problem is for Ginger now is that he has a reputation. Ginger it's no longer like he's just gonna bingo people who aren't expecting it.
But the other thing that you have to expect, if you're Ginger and you're in this league, at 50 minutes, you have to expect they already have been to Altus.
Yeah. Well, I think the biggest thing is, like, if Dino's playing someone who's not Ginger, I don't know if he makes that play. But against Ginger, it's just like the guy has a reputation, right? Like, he's going for bingos, shutting down the board block in terms meaning blocking all the bingos is always very important. But against Ginger, it's essential.
So I'm wondering what Ginger does after a tone. Yeah, you get your square, but where are we going next?
I think you're in a lot of
mean,
trouble, man. Dino's
yeah,
going
especially-
straight for Redaniel.
Yep. Redaniel.
There is a tone for Ginge.
I mean, you gotta get Altus. You gotta get Altus access if you're Ginger. Get it while he's in the fight with Radon. Wait, what? Ginger just get up from his seat. Okay.
Didn't hear anything from the ref, so
Yep.
didn't ask for a pause or anything. So
Ginger's a stay-at-home dad. Could be something with his kids, right?
yeah,
Again, yeah.
Sure, he'll be right back. It's the players got to ask for a pause if they need it. So
Yeah. We have rules here. Unfortunate. See when he gets back.
all right, he's back. And that was the last time anyone ever saw Ginger. Yes, Ginger is a dad. He's a great dad too. Ginger loves his kids more than anything. He's actually dad of the year. He is a great look. Ginger is a good gamer. He's a good man. He's such a good he is a incredible father. He's a great dad.
I've even come to start calling him dad myself.
Mm-hmm.
Durf is daddy of the year.
Like talk about it. I interact with Ginger a lot, right? Like whatever we're talking about, like
he's a good
talk
person.
about a man who loves his kids so dearly and they mean the world to him. Like he's an incredible father and an incredible husband.
Family man of the year.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Ginger now, you got Dung Eater, which is a long square. You got Altus Bosses, which is a long square. There's so many long squares now, and how much like setup has Ginger done for his weapon?
I mean, his weapon's really set up. I think it's +9 with Lion's Claw. Like that's perfectly fine. Right?
Oh,
like,
it is +9. All right, good,
Yeah.
good.
Dino here is going for Radon. We saw Rambler get the hitless 1 cycle last game. I don't think Dino has the damage for that, but let's see if he can do get a hitless fight here.
No, it won't be, but getting a bleed proc will be critical here.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to get a 1 cycle with the... Oh, Dino accidentally summoned. Yeah, he accidentally summoned and then quit out.
If Dino keeps throwing like this, Ginger might be able to come back.
I mean, that's not really a throw. That's kind of just a little whoopsies.
Do you think?
All right, now let's see it, Dino.
Great opening from Radon here.
Yep. I really like Dragon Hunters against Radon. Having that little bit of extra range to make sure you always hit him is great.
They'll move into phase 1.5 now. You're at the damage threshold here. Yep, definitely.
Big bleed proc.
Mm-hmm. Actually, a really good fight by Dino here. Oh, great dodge. Well done getting in front of him and then straight to the
Big
back.
stagger. He can't get in front, but is just gonna be smart and just take the extra damage on the horse. Like that's honestly, the staggers don't do a ton to Radon. Like just you don't lose that much damage by just hitting the horse there.
I know that if I have a weapon that's procking, I'm just gonna sit behind and go for a proc versus trying to get to the riposte and lose those damage openings.
Mm-hmm. Beautifully done. Hitless. Second hitless for Don of the day. Yeah, very, very clean. Hell of a fight from Dino there. I'm curious, like we have the I feel like as a part of the big boss leaderboard where we're tracking the KDs of bosses, we should keep a special note for like hit list. Particularly on the like for some of the smaller bosses, like whatever, right? Because like if they're super squishy, like of course a lot of it's gonna be hitless, but like I want to know how many of the Radons are hitless, right? Like why not?
Yeah.
I want to know how many Radons are hitless. I want to know how many Sewer Mogs, how many DTSs, how many Lord of Bloods. Right?
I
Like
want to
these-
know how many kukris are thrown. Or sorry, ubukaris, I mean.
Oh my god.
Ubukaris and Ubuchi Katana.
Yeah.
The Ubuchi Katana. That's Moody's favorite weapon.
So Dino is just going for Altus bosses here. Meanwhile, Ginge is going for the misbegotten bosses.
Can we also get most like NPC that's most killed?
It has to be. Actually,
Bach. Dude, it has to be Bach, bro.
I was gonna say Varre.
I was gonna say Vari, but now with the Mogo Lord of Blood square, probably not.
True.
I mean, it's a toss up between Alexander and Bach, in my opinion.
I think it's Alexander. Because you're only killing Bach if friendly NPCs is on the board, but there could be other reasons to kill Alex for Jar Shard.
I like what you're thinking. It's not just
I think it is
related to the
Alex.
square. It probably is.
No,
if
no,
not
no.
for
We're
the
idiots.
memes.
It's Yura. It's Yura, and it's not close for the Katana check. It is
For the
Yura.
katana?
It's actually
Yeah.
it's Yura, and it's not close for the Katana check. All right, Dino gets an Altus boss down. At the same time, Ginger gets down a Misbegotten.
Yeah. So Ginger's gonna now go into Leonine, which again is a time sink. I get it, it's a square, but you already have a block on that bingo line. I don't think it's the square you prioritize.
I think he just needs to get the I feel like he needs I feel like
Squares?
he needs the block on the diag, right? Like it's tough,
Wait.
right? Especially in this spot. It's like very tough.
He's gonna do the second Misbegotten with the
Crucial Knight Misbegotten
Leonine.
Warrior duo.
yeah. Which I've seen him do that fight. He's
Yeah.
he's fine.
So Dino's on what? This Gillica's his third Altus boss, I believe.
He has DTS.
DTS
he did
Knights
the
Cab, now this,
and
yeah.
and Gillica.
He should do Godefroy just in case he ends up like it's an Altus boss and it does make progress towards icons
Yeah,
if he
right.
needs it.
Well, the other thing I'm worried about is Wet Blades. There's not a lot of synergy for Stormveil.
No,
and
actually, oh my god, he's
Leonie.
missing. There's a super obvious play. It's the Watchdog. You do the Watchdog right now. Spirit Ash summon +4, Tree boss and Altus boss. The Watchdog is like actually very clearly best play
Yeah.
right now.
We said that earlier too when we were talking about the summon +4. That's absolutely the play.
Yeah, it is the best boss for Dino, hands down.
Yep. The other thing is because I could see Ginger going 3 avatars. He loves fighting tree avatars and he needs squares. And there's tree bosses. I think that's something he's going to do after Radon. And
You need to know though the putrid avatars, even though they are tree and they look like tree, they are not tree because there is no tree in the name. If anyone is new, I see what's happened. Also, I know some new people are in chat. So if anyone is new, this is Elden Ring Bingo. This is the Elden Squares Bingo League. It is a merit-based bingo league full of 18 gamers from grassroots gamers to people who stream all the time. And in bingo, the game is simple. There is a weapon randomizer mod, and your goal is to either get 5 squares in a line, meaning in a row, column, or diagonal, or get 13 out of the available 25 squares. The match is played in real time, and the first person to either get a bingo or get majority wins. This is game 1 of the Elden Squares season, and we got a match between Dino and Ginger.
It's game. Well, I was gonna say it's game.
Well,
two.
it's
We had
week one,
earlier.
game two.
It's
Yeah.
week one. But also, additionally, once one player has completed a square and marks it, the other player is locked out of that square.
Yes. Correct. But yeah, if you want to get into bingo playing it, we have a massive community. Anyone's welcome to play. We'd be happy to teach you how to play. As well as you can follow the league. This is week 1 of an 8-week regular season, as well as 3 weeks of playoffs. So if you love bingo, there's going to be bingo pretty much almost every Friday, and definitely every Saturday and Sunday for the next 8 weeks on this channel.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. All right, and there is Altus Boss number 4 in the icon. So interesting, Ginger here actually decided to do this is kind of heads up too, especially so he did.
He's got wet blades and the Crucible Knight, Leonine.
Yeah, so because Ginger has not yet been into Altus, he's able to get the wet blade here in Redmane Castle, as well as getting the Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo, and he doesn't have to go through Radon first.
Correct.
When the festival is active, when the festival is active, you cannot fight Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo, and you cannot get that wet blade. The festival must be inactive for you to get to do those things.
That's one wet blade.
Do you think
I've got the red
Dino's
wolf set
doing
up
Tree
so we
Sentinel
can
duo
go get
for a
that
tree
wet
boss?
blade after.
And
He
Altus
could.
Boss? I think he
might
is.
be.
He needs to do the Watchdog.
He should do the. I mean, he should do the Watchdog. Does he need to?
No.
I don't know, but like he should.
Is this his 4th Altus Boss or 5th?
5th.
This will be his 5th.
He needs one more.
I could have sworn he grabbed this Grace already. Unless he ran past it for DTS. He hadn't grabbed it. Okay. Ginger in the fight with Leonine. Or not Leonine, forgive me, the Misbegotten Warrior.
Leonine's cousin.
Twice the fun and twice the health.
Damn it.
More than twice.
It's my first
Is
death,
it more than
but
twice? Yeah, it is more than twice.
Yeah.
Oh, Ginger dies.
Also, it's got to be said, man, like the tactics and stuff are so important too. Ginger just said it. That was his first death of the entire game, right? Like it goes, I talked earlier about how bingo's played in the gray, right? Like in the mind.
Yeah.
Obviously execution is crucial, but like, especially with the level these guys are at now, like it used to be playing deathless games were unheard of. Now it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You played a deathless game. Like if you don't,
And that's just
strategize well, you're not going to win. Doesn't matter.
Just the level of talent in this league. That's all.
And that's why, like, sometimes, like, the level's so high, too. Like, sometimes it looks like these games end up, even if it ends up being fairly dominant for one person, it's like, you can play a hell of a game and still lose in this league. The players are just that good.
It all comes down to who wants it more. Who's willing to put their life on the line? For the line. The bingo line.
Nah. It depends on who buys the Elden Squares Battle Pass.
No. Yeah, they got the Godskid Peeler week 1.
Yeah.
Team Cheese, stand up.
Okay. I got someone in chat just asked me what is bingo, and you're talking about Team Cheese. You're at the Team Cheese is the bottom layer of the bingo iceberg.
Yeah. It's a conspiracy, really.
I had no stamina.
Okay, this is not looking good for Ginger. I don't think Dino's gonna go Dung Eater anytime soon. He has a nice threat there. Let Ginger sweat.
Yeah, so Ginger said he's gonna pivot to avatars. I think Dino is just gonna go for the bingo here. Looks like he's gonna go Renala.
Renala, yeah.
This also, the reason why he's doing Renala instead of Godric is because this also sets up Godfrey's icon, so just an additional square, even though it is slightly longer.
Ginger, where's Ginger going? Ginger, that's not a tree.
But it's an avatar.
Fuck, you're right. Excuse my French. Yes, it is an avatar. Okay, I just hope he doesn't count it as a tree.
Hey, it's okay. We can say fuck all we want, unless someone wants to sponsor us, in which case I'll happily happily wash my mouth out with soap.
Yeah. Maybe we can get a cheese company to sponsor us.
Oh my god.
You know, like Pepperidge Farm or something.
Pepperidge Farm, remembers?
It's pretty telling whenever players in the league don't even know about Team Cheese.
That's why I said it's the bottom of the fucking bingo iceberg. Team Cheese is there was a debate about whether killing Grail with percent-based damage like Bleed or Black Flame should be considered a cheese.
Too early.
Fun to watch games. I agree. Parrying Crystal Knights negates all their moves and completely just like mitigates them. Same thing with Noble. Moody is obviously not Team Cheese.
By the way, so this avatar that Ginger's fighting is crazy tanky. In randomizers, he has similar scaling to Malekith the Blackblade.
God.
Obviously, it is just an Erdtree avatar, basically a Dark Souls 1 boss, but
Hey,
my god, is he tanky.
It is not an Erdtree.
Okay, because it is not a tree boss.
All right, Dino is fighting Red Wolf, but the doggo's gonna go down real quick, so we'll stay with Ginger.
Yeah.
Much more dangerous fight here. He's likely to get one shot to any real attack here, Ginger. Oh, shit. He survived! He survived! He survived! Look at his eyes! Look at his face! Look at his face!
Oh my god, how am I alive?
Dude! Oh my, what is that health?
No dead on!
Ginger Hills. He still needs to get one more hill in. There you go. Get that extra hill in. All right, you're a little safe. But
Oh,
jeez.
come on.
Oh my god. This is such a long
my
fight.
God,
This
Becky.
is not good. Look at that Ginger.
Look at that beard. It is so big and full.
So thick. So full. Just want to rub my hands in it.
Okay, all right, we're done.
Look at Ginger earning his runes on like the peeler cheese tech.
And GG's, nicely done, Ginge.
Yep, he did
That'll be a
that.
big, what is it, the exact count? It's like almost 90k runes.
Yeah, it's
Dino
90K.
here gets Dino gets icons though. He's gonna grab a wet blade here. He can also go back and grab red hot wet blade from Redmane Castle if he wants it, but instead is just choosing to go straight to Renala because all he needs to do is get into capital. Actually, Renala could be his last boss of the game if he wants it, and he could get a bingo win. Also, stick around, folks. We still got one more game after this today. It is Helios, the reigning second place. He finished second last season. Also, he will be playing against Asim in the final match of the day.
No P on the end of Asim's name. That dude is a hoss.
Jungle Juicy, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you. Nicely done by Ginge there. I'm curious what it is.
Come on.
Standard.
We have Dino here in the Renala fight. I mean, obviously you get your second great rune, get you into capital access, Dung Eater. Is that? I think that's what he's gonna do. And Dino's gonna be happy to see Ginger mark 3 avatars. What Ginger's not gonna be happy is to see Dino mark 3 wet blades.
With Dung Eater, though, it's like, does it really matter?
Dung Eater, I hardly know her. It doesn't matter with Dung Eater. Okay, and we have Ginger going into the Watchdog tunnel now. It's the wrong Watchdog, but at least he's doing the Watchdog. That Great Katana just does so much poise damage. And
There's a second shard bearer, so Dino, so he'll now have capital access. Burton, by the way, I'm struggling to get that clip to load. Just send it to someone in the watch party, and they can look at it.
if you're looking for the most handsome Irish streamer out there, drop Burton a follow.
Why put the caveat on it? Well, I know why you put the caveat on it, because you want to claim the title as most handsome streamer.
Yeah, saving it for myself.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I get it.
Dino grabbing the second wet blade, the one that Ginger already has. Ginger still has to kill Red Wolf to get into the second wet blade. Ginger needs to pivot up to Altsys right now. Like,
well, Dino's gonna get the snipe here.
Yep. I have a quarter Irish. Mom was half Irish, so I'm a bit of a mutt. I like to say when you talk about, yeah.
Shuck is only Irish because I guess want to kiss him.
Well, there's a reason why you drink Jameson whiskey, you know.
True. Graphic, thank you so much for the resub and the hype train, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the 5 months, dude. You're the best.
Graphic currently working on New Game Plus and New Game Plus 7 at RL1. Was watching him parry Midra, and he's just a crack player himself.
Yep. Graphic is another great streamer and bingo player as well, and I know that he will be joining me on joining me at some point this season. We're gonna get Graphic on commentary again. He's
oh hell yeah,
he's great to have on co-commentary, and looking forward to having him here again at some point later on this season. Ginger is back with the Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo.
What is he? He's wielding the meteoric ore blade, so that's
yeah. He switched to ore blade.
It's well, I love this blade. I think it's one of my favorite katanas in the game. It's just too late to do this. I staggered. He's dead. Crucible Knight up. Best charge R2 in the game. It reminds me a lot of Sekiro, and that's why I like it.
Sci-Fi, thank you for continuing your gift sub. I appreciate you. You guys are the best. Thank you all for the support.
Again, the support y'all show who's goes towards the league itself all the time. He's in effort. He spends in getting all of this set up for us, as well as the prize pool for the league itself at the end of the tournament. So we definitely appreciate the support. Thanks, guys. We really need to get you a sponsorship with Manscaped. Oh, that's disgusting, Burton. Second best is sort of Milo's. I would agree. In a recent game, there was a lot of upheaval because I decided to sell the Dragon Halberd to upgrade my Sword of Milos.
All right, Ginger's gonna. The resilience of Ginger. Oh my God! Wait.
Is Dino about to snipe?
No, Dino still has to do one more misbegotten boss after this.
Here's a good healing window.
Come on.
All right, heal up, dude. There we go. You still have 1 health left. Come on,
Ginge. Close this out, dog.
Let's go, homie. Come on. No.
And there we go. All right, Ginger does get the snipe. Will claim the misbegotten boss is square.
I'm glad that sphincter exercise is over.
No. a little tight.
We were clinched. That's for sure.
It's a sign of good. It's a sign of fandom.
Yeah.
We could see another snipe here too. Actually, is Dino going for avatars?
I think so. As he should. He's gonna do everything because he's only 2 squares away. What do? You go fight?
I mean, I just go dung eater.
Dung eater.
I just go dung eater. Yeah.
Why? Don't do that. Just get majority.
Oh, I think he's also pretty close to RL. He has to be close to RL 60 as well.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. So you're in Weeping already. If this is your first avatar RL, and that gets you RL 60, then I think avatars would actually be faster if you get RL 60 from these 3 avatars.
Well, I think that's why he's starting with this avatar here. Gives you the most runes. Go do the other one in Kaled for the second one. Again, a very interesting match from very 2 different styles of play, right? Again, Ginger bingo minded, wanted to bingo with that first column, and then you have Dino, who is a very skilled player, a very talented player, who was able, just because of skill, talent, and being experienced, was able to stay ahead of Ginger's bingo threat as well as shut it down, and so. A great game plan from both players. It's just unfortunate that Dino was able to stop Ginger's threat. I think, as stated earlier in chat, had Ginger maybe held that line a little bit more closely and went DTS first. Now Dino dies to the avatar. Oh no, that means Dino. There's a little bit more time for Ginger here. Does Dino go right back into the avatar, or are we going to pivot to something else?
Fun, holy shit! Fun to watch
games. Thank you for the bits.
Thank you for the 1,000 bits.
Seriously,
I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Also,
usually has. I was gonna say you have like alerts going, but during bingo matches the alerts are paused. But just want you to know, still appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate the hell out of you, man. Thank you so much. Chat, I do want to ask. I just had a weird CPU spike. Did the stream look weird at all, or is it just on my end?
On my end, your stream looked fine.
Okay, cool. Was it Moody? Was it just my audio, or was it everyone's audio? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I can't tell. I'm having a weird thing. Like my CPU usually sits between like 30 and 40%, and then it will randomly spike to like 90% plus, and then my headphones go out and my mic goes out, and I can't tell what's going on.
Okay, how about now? How does Shaka sound?
No, you're good. It was on my end, Shaka. You're good. It's my CPU. My CPU is spiking. Like
I gotcha,
like
okay.
it's randomly, like it sits between 30 and 40% usage. It's just randomly spiking up to like 90%, and I don't know why.
For sure. I run a lot of things through my GPU, so like my OBS is ran through. But then again, Elden Ring, and then I mean, you talk about streaming and just the capital you need to run, the assets you need to have a fully functioning stream. Like, man, there's so much that goes into streaming. I said, don't worry, Shaka, you sound shit regardless. Thank you, Moody. Big Booty Moody there. Can we get a big booty round of applause for our very own Moody Judy Booty? Ginger working on avatars. Is this his third one or second one? I think it's the second one. Meanwhile, Dino is finishing up tree bosses for his his last square. I'm trying to think how many bosses Dino has towards that square. He has DTS, Draconic Tree Sentinel. He hasn't killed a tree avatar yet, so an avatar with a tree in its name. So I think he's only at 2 tree bosses right now. Whose camera?
Oh, my camera's out.
For a second, I thought you were just like staring deeply into my eyes.
That's also part of the thing that's going on.
No, I thought. Well, I mean, no, don't worry. Keep that. That's a good look on you. That was a good look. We wanted to see you staring at us deeply into our eyes.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Show us those baby browns, man.
Okay. This is very close here. This is gonna be this is the third avatar for each of them, right?
This is the third avatar for both of them. Dino's gonna melt his avatar. He's already in the fight too. Oh, this is gonna be a soul-crushing snipe to end the game for Ginger. But I think it's good that Ginger loses this way because adapt or die, right? We know your game plan. We know your style of play. Johnny Manziel had to adapt. You can't play that backyard football in this league. All right, it worked in college. It worked in the Crucible. It ain't going to work here, buddy. Rethink your game plan. We know you're skilled and talented, and you're going to do just fine, but this is the right loss to take. I think a loss to Dino, you still got 6 squares on him. You had a bingo threat on him. I think Ginger walks away with his head held high and a few lessons learned.
Wait, is that only Dino's second? Never mind, we're stupid. Dino's going to get sniped.
Dino's going to get sniped. I'll take all that back. This is still in Ginger's hand. Ginger might win this game. At least you get a snipe here. The show goes on, exactly.
The show goes on.
I'm not fucking leaving.
All right.
All right, so we got avatars now. Dino going downstairs. What are we gonna do downstairs? Acquire 4 reliable tiers. Dino, finish your bingo line. Finish in style. Okay. Ginger's loading back in. Dino will be loading in as well.
Oh, yep. Dino's probably already back in. Yep. There we go. All right, we are back. Thank you guys. Hey, massive thank you to players and everybody for handling that. That's like my worst nightmare, is that like I brick somehow during a broadcast. So thank you guys for helping so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, nice of you to join us. Don't make that a habit. I'm kidding, dude. Hey, stream crashes happen, and I think everyone is just happy we're back live. The game is going. The players understood. Audience understood. It's kind of like the Super Bowl a few years back in, what, 2017, 2018? When was that, with the Ravens and the 49ers? You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It was and because of that blackout, like the 49ers were able to come back, or was it Ravens that came back? I think the Ravens came back.
Yes, the Ravens did come back.
Yeah. All right, Dino gonna go kill the Mimic tier. He's gonna clean up this game with the acquire 4 larval tiers.
Yep.
And y'all guys gotta know, when I hopped into the call with Ginger to let him know what the situation is, this guy is so competitive. He was like his mindset is like, no, there's a fighting chance up until the bell hasn't rung, is his mindset. So
I didn't hear no. All right, sorry guys, screen's gonna look a little weird here. I fixed it on the main screen. I did not fix it here. My apologies.
Well, and that's the thing about OBS is you have to edit the scene while you're on the scene. That's okay, because where do you go to get your 4th larval tier? The quickest routing.
Dino's gonna get it right here. Yeah, he's gonna get it right here.
There is all 4. It's in the little house up the hill, and then you get 2 here, and then 1 more.
So that will do it. GG's to Dino here. Congratulations, Dino. We will go ahead and bring. Actually, Dino cannot do an interview.
Dino can't.
Has something.
He's chat only.
We will.
Girlfriend is asleep or something.
Well, yeah, because he's in Oz and it's like 2 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
We will bring Jin though.
But 07's in the chat for Dino making the time.
Dino is here
in Australia.
Welcome in, gents. Welcome in.
GG's.
I apologize. My CPU bricked. Dino can't do the post-match interview because it is very early and there are people sleeping in his house. But he will give us his thoughts over text, and we will relay those to you. But GG's, gents.
Let's see.
Dino's not happy with how he played. I thought he played a wonderful game.
Wait, Dino's not happy, or am I not happy?
Dino's not happy, apparently. I'm reading his message.
Jeez, Dino absolutely thrashed me, dude.
I watched him play. He played insane. I don't know. I think he's on one. He's just being overly competitive.
I think what he means is the death to Millicent. Millicent took it a little longer, had to pivot off of that. The deaths. Unfortunately, he wasn't like Ginger. Ginger only died once in the game.
No, he said he's mad that Ginger blocked his bingo majority.
Oh, well, he could have gone Gun Eater. I had no progress to that.
Yeah, so I think that's why he's upset. Well, GG's though, Dino. I know it's early for you and you probably got stuff to do, but appreciate you playing. I thought you played a great game, man.
He killed it. Yeah, absolutely killed it.
You're gonna want to watch the VOD back commentary.
I 1000% am watching this VOD back.
Yeah, I mean, Ginger, I think like you played. I mean, I don't know. I'm curious to your thoughts. Like from my perspective, man, like you played a really good game. From like I mean, look, you were deathless until the first Crucible Night Misbegotten Warrior duo. I mean, honestly, Dino's a great player, right? And he played a hell of a game today.
Oh, he absolutely played out of his mind from what I was seeing on the board.
Yeah, it was cool to see like 2 different approaches. We kind of could tell you were setting up a bingo line for that column 1, whereas Dino, it was unfortunate because Dino caught on to what you were doing. Well, either that or Dino has a magic 8-ball because he knew he needed to go do DTS after a Gil +0, and I think you may have marked Blue Dancer. At that he did. Time. Yeah,
I think what it was, Ginger, is your reputation's working against you now. You have a reputation as as Mr. Bingo, and
yeah. I've been trying. I said in the call that I was in before the match, I said that because somebody mentioned that they said that I have a very much a reputation for loving bingos, which I do. I don't deny it at all. But I have been trying to stray away from that and set up bingo lines as threats and then not do them. In this case, I was very much going for this bingo though.
Yeah, we were thinking that maybe it may have been better to start with the DTS on this line, maybe do Spirit out, just kind of other ways to hide it. It was just unfortunate. We knew what you were doing, and at that point, once Dino marked DTS, like it was just hard to pivot to another line because Dino had already had so much progress on the board.
Honestly, the DTS just completely like blindsided me. Like I don't know, I wasn't expecting it because he had spent so much time in doing stuff in Caelid with Eek and Millicent's killing Millicent and everything there. I wasn't expecting for him to already have gone there, especially considering the fact that it took me forever to get a weapon online. I was hoping that he was also having the same trouble.
Well, he did a lot of weapon checks, and I think it was around the same time actually you got your +9. He killed Yura for Dragon Hunters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dino's saying that he would have gone to DTS regardless, which I think ultimately was the right play.
For sure.
DTS was important here. But he also said he would have done Eleonora first if it wasn't for the Blue Dancer charm.
Yeah.
So once he saw you do the Blue Dancer, that's when he decided to do DTS.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes like I said, Ginger, I thought you played well, and
I thought you played. I mean, look, Dino's been playing. This is the best Dino's ever played in terms of like his form recently. Like, I think you played a good game and just ran into a buzzsaw, right? Like, unfortunately, this league's so damn competitive, right? That's what happens sometimes, right? Like, you can play well and still lose. It sucks, but I think that's what happened.
I think my biggest mistake was trying to race him to consumables only. I was telling my chat that what I should have done was honestly rush, kill a boss while riding torrent only, and a Geo +0. I think I could have done a Geo with torrent only, and I think that would have been a damn good opening play, and I think I would have been able to do it if I had just rushed
it. If you
it.
would have gotten that, that would have been insane. I saw you going for it. I was like, holy shit.
I think I would have gotten it if I had rushed it.
I'm gonna go practice it. I like that idea.
Yeah, the only
it would only really work on this if you know
a,
somebody's going consumables only, though.
Well, you also need like a weapon that's gonna bleed or do some sort of proc off rip, because like the run from Stormgate front after getting torrent to like Pumpkinhead isn't that long in a guild control.
Please become Elden Lord.